Hello, YouTube.
Hi.
It is I, the Smashed Lander, and I'm here with my good buddy Harrison James.
Hello, everybody.
And
Whoa.
that direct just happened, didn't it? That was
It was a
crazy,
direct.
right?
It was a direct. Yeah.
That was that
It was.
was
It was good.
just another Wednesday, right? We just got the reveal of
Just casually, how
Nintendo's next
directs are.
era.
Yeah, just casually after we got a direct literally a week ago.
Yeah, that was weird
That
how they
was
just decided to
strange. Very
last
strange.
minute just like say like, okay,
It felt.
one more Switch Direct.
Yeah. It was a very strange decision in my opinion, but um, it happened.
Yeah, I mean,
And
do you want to actually talk about that Direct first if there's like anything you want to talk about there?
I mean, to be honest, I didn't really like that direct other than Tomodachi Life. I thought it was kind of eh. It's like it kind of felt like they kind of had to do it just to get these talk about these Switch One things due to contract, right? And then
Yeah, I think
that was really it.
it was definitely meant to be a much weaker Direct because like there was
Yeah.
just certain things that they just had to reveal just to get out of
But
the way before the Switch 2 stuff.
but I am very excited for Tomodachi Life.
Oh yeah, me
Very.
too. You don't even know,
That's gonna be
man.
great.
Tomodachi
But that's pretty
was
much all I have
insane.
to say about that direct.
Yeah, there really isn't.
Before we start like going into detail, did you like this direct? What did you think of it as a whole? Just like generalizing it before we even go into detail.
So I was kind of like when I was like watching it early in the morning, I didn't get like good sleep, so I was like kind of like out of it. In the
Mm-hmm.
moment, I was like, this is kind of mid because um I mean there were a couple heavy hitters, but like
Yep,
overall I felt like the first party offerings were not amazing. But it's kind of growing
I
on me. I'm
agree.
kind of
Yeah.
realizing like I'm kind of it's just kind of growing on me. I know more games are gonna come too, so like there's gonna be stuff that isn't announced
Yep.
yet as well. But what is here is really
Mm-hmm.
good, and yeah,
Yeah, I was like, I was, I thought the third party offerings was amazing and way better than I was expecting, but the first party offerings from Nintendo, I thought were kind of lacking for a console launch. I can't lie.
yeah, that's what I thought.
Like other than Mario Kart, it started with Mario Kart, right? So it made me think it was gonna start with something bigger to end, and it just kind of didn't. Like we got cool stuff, don't get me wrong, but like Kirby Air Ride and Donkey Kong, like those are like mid console games in my opinion. Why is this can't be the stuff you launch your console with in the launch year?
Yeah,
I feel like personally,
yeah,
I think it was very. It's strange. It's a strange decision, but we can get more into that when we get there. But I thought the third. So like, my expectations were low, and they somehow went below them a little bit. But like, that's just mainly. I thought everything was great. The execution of like how the console works itself, amazing, shown well. How it's and it's just my main complaint really is Nintendo's first party's offerings and how the console is basically like inside wise it's pretty much just Switch. Like did you see the menu?
oh yeah, I saw that.
It looks the exact same. It looks the exact same. And that was a little
It's
disappointing.
just a little
Like
cleaned
they
up.
come on, you could have at least like put the icons at the top instead of the bottom. Like come on. But anyways,
Hopefully,
that's
the one difference will be the themes, because like hopefully they'll introduce
yeah, that
themes.
would maybe be enough if they do it right, I think.
But I guess
Hopefully.
we could just continue talking about like the hardware itself, even though they started with Mario Kart, but I want to talk about the hardware
Yep.
itself.
Okay.
I think people are kind of like iffy about the price, especially the price of a certain game.
I I
Um
thought okay, to me the game price is 80 for um a game is a bit much. I think 450 for the console's fine. It's fine.
I
Like it's
think it
not ideal
is.
obviously, but it's fine. But like it makes sense. The OLED was like 350, 3 maybe
Yeah,
400
it
was
was
it?
350.
So So I'm okay with that price for the console, but the games being $80 is crazy.
Yeah, even the
That's a
Mario
little much.
Party Jamboree, like the new version of it, is $80.
Like why?
Like
Like
what?
why? It just doesn't.
But
That's crazy.
but I
Hopefully,
think
like they do a thing.
the console
Keep going.
itself, I
Sorry.
feel like yeah, just because like it had like the obviously the hardware is good, and also it has a 1080p screen with a 120 hertz display, which is really good. Like that's really good for a handheld, and I think that's
Mm-hmm.
one of the major reasons why it's 450.
Yep.
But I'm really happy about that. I can't wait to have a much
I think
nicer screen.
I'm okay with the console price. I just think my issue is really just the f- the game prices.
Yeah.
It's like okay, Mario Kart, fine. You want to charge 80 for that one because it's a big new open thing. Okay, fine. But when you're re-releasing Kirby in the Forgotten Land, which is a like what 4-year-old game at this point, I think it came out 22. That sounds right.
Yeah.
I think, and that game is now $80 for like what, like more levels. Like that's kind of, but that's dragging it a little. Um,
Yeah. But
I'll be honest,
the what
it's
do you think
dragging.
of what do you think of the C button?
I I thought it was great. Genuinely, on it's an unlike Nintendo thing to do, and I think it works great. The aspects are like it's like little, it's goofy. It has the camera accessory, which honestly, the camera not as much money as I thought it'd be. I thought that thing was gonna be like $100. It's only like 50. The games are more expensive than the camera. That was surprising to me.
Yeah, I think
But
50
anyways,
is probably what I
that's
expected.
a fair price for the camera. I was expecting like 100 for that.
Yeah.
But that's fine. That's cool. It's a little goofy. You want to use your camera or not, whatever. That's cool. I think it's cool. Um,
I think it's like the whole like chat feature is like good for people who aren't like who are more casual, who aren't like going on Discord
mhm,
all the time, you know?
that is true. But I feel like you're undermining one major thing, and that is the game share. That is a game changer.
Oh
Like
yeah.
just picture like okay, you buy Mario Party now. You can play with anyone who has a Switch that doesn't have Mario Party. Like that's so awesome. It's like basically down. It's basically download play,
Yeah, we're
but
so
like
back
online. It's
'cause
basically
like
download play, but online,
yeah, this
and
is
that's
the kind of
amazing.
thing we
Like
did on the DS.
I will fully play like that will fully make me play games more because sometimes you know how it is. Like you buy like a fun multiplayer game like Mario Party, like the newer Mario Party, like and people don't buy it. So you don't really have a way to play with people. But like if you can game share it to people, boom, you play it. That's awesome to me.
Yeah, it's a lifesaver. It's so good.
But I think that to me that is like that's what makes it worth it. Saying even the screen sharing, like that's crazy for Nintendo to do it, I think.
Yeah,
And it's
but at
awesome.
2 frames per second, but it's better than
It's
nothing.
fine. It's fine. It gets the job done. But
It's
it's cool.
it was just funny because they were showing it like
And
in the trailer, and it was so
it was
choppy.
so bad. It's so bad.
But like
It was
it's
funny
better
though.
to have it than not to have it.
Yes, I
So
agree. And I'm honestly like that might be better than what the other consoles do. I think. Like they don't
uh
really do stuff like do they
the
do they do
PS5
stuff
does
like that
have
where you can
screen sharing, but honestly, it
Mhm.
might like I don't know if the layout is very good. Like here you can like look at everybody's screen. So that's really
Yep,
nice.
it's cool. And the game share is enough for me to be happy with this feature. I will probably not use it to actually talk, but I will definitely be using that game share feature.
Oh, definitely.
And honestly, the
Um
camera is so goofy, and I actually think it's so funny, and I hope think a lot of stuff uses it because it's really funny to me,
I don't know if I would
or at
buy
least has
it at
support for it. I
launch.
think I'm gonna buy it because it's just so goofy.
Yeah. It's kind of
If I can
$50
like,
I don't really want to spend, but like
yeah. I think what we should do now, like now we talked about the hardware a little bit, unless there's something else you really want to say about the hardware, which right now I can't really think of anything.
uh how about
The hardware
in
looks great.
how about the
That's
mouse? The mouse
the
feature.
mouse. I'm happy with the mouse. It's fine. To me, it's like weird though that they're pushing it so much because I feel like it's such like a niche feature. As in like where you're gonna have to be in a scenario where you're at like a table or desk and like Is that really like that often where you're playing games in a scenario like that? I
Yeah, that's
feel like.
exactly what I was thinking because I was confused because they were showing
Both.
Mario Party Jamboree and like people are gonna be playing Mario Party on a couch with friends. What surface are you gonna
Now they all
be?
need a now they all need a table.
Yeah, like what surface are we gonna use?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, yeah.
so I don't know how they're
I don't
like
know,
we're gonna do that,
but
but
I kind of hope the way it works, which I don't know if they're gonna do this, maybe like an alternative to using the mouse is like gyro pointer, and maybe
uh,
they could be the way it could work is it's like a flip flop of each other. It could work. I think
yeah, I don't think they're
maybe they're
gonna
like
do
the
that
equivalent.
because
I
like
don't know.
they're gonna want to like phone in. I mean, they're gonna want to like emphasize the new feature. They don't want people
That's
to just
true.
like use gyro because that's old news. But
Yeah.
I think we can start talking about the first game on the list, which is
Mario
Mario Kart
Kart.
World.
For a while I had a recurring joke with my friends. I'm like, how are they gonna do Mario Kart 9? Because in my head, 8 Deluxe is basically perfect Mario Kart, right?
Yeah,
It's like, how could they one up something like that? I just don't. It's like hard for me to imagine. You know
I,
what I'm saying?
I think they
And
did.
they did it. I don't know how they did it. Like obviously this is gonna be less courses, I'm assuming, right? But the way it just interacts with everything, it's like a one big interconnected thing, and it's so expressive with all this expansive roster. It's amazing, and I'm very excited. And this, I think them putting this at the beginning of the direct low key screwed me up a little bit because I expected it to come out with a bang, end with a bang, and it kind of fell flat for me towards the end because of this. Because I was
Mhm.
expecting all the because what okay, my opinion, what I expected from Nintendo actually is to basically not recreate 2017, but basically give sequels or some equivalent to every high selling Switch game, right? So Mario Kart was the top Switch game, so it makes sense for them to launch with it, right? So I was
Yeah,
expecting them to basically just like, okay, what was the Switch known for? Let's do more of that for this launch year for the Switch 2. That's
yeah.
kind of what I was expecting them to do. And other than Mario Kart, they didn't really do that. But they delivered on this Mario Kart, bro. You can play as the freaking bee. Did you see that?
Yeah. You
The
could play as
bee.
the cow.
Cataquack, bee, Pianta, all these. I just want to
Now,
see this roster screen, bro.
okay, so here's the thing though. They showed like characters like transforming in the middle of the race to like different
hmm
costumes, I think. So when I wonder if
Yep.
those like maybe those aren't like
I'm
dedicated
assuming.
characters. Maybe you just like transform into them, maybe?
Yeah, I think they're gonna just be either skins or like or like, oh, you can pick up the costume in mid match and get it, or maybe they hide the costumes. So since there's the open world feature, right? Maybe they hide these costumes in the levels. You find them in the levels like we saw in the trailer, right? And then once you unlock them through that, you can play as them whenever.
Yeah,
I think that might
honestly,
be the move actually.
I
Now that I
I would
think
love
about it.
that because like the one thing Mario Kart needs is like better single player activity. So like the
Yeah.
open world thing is gonna be so good for that. Because
I wish
like
they talked more about it, which they are going to. They have a direct fully in like 2 weeks
oh
from
yeah,
now,
I forgot.
talking just about Mario Kart. But my I think the way they do it is maybe they make that the way you unlock the stuff. That would probably because that's they showed us the open world mode, but they didn't really show us why you want to play it. It just seemed like you do it. So maybe hiding the costumes throughout the world is a way, or like characters maybe even, or
Yeah, I
maybe you
think
can explore and find tracks. That would be kind of cool.
I think
I
there's
don't know.
like something that they're definitely not showing with the open world because when you look at the footage of it, it looks kind of empty and they're not really like doing much. They're just kind of driving around. So I think they're definitely hiding like something that you do, something that you find in the open world. I think we're gonna see more of that at the Mario Kart Direct.
We're back. Sorry,
Sorry about that. That was a little
I died.
yeah, Harrison kind of died. Anyways, so what was the last thing you heard me say?
Um, you basic nothing. I said what I said, and oh, if I asked you if there was gonna be, you think there's gonna be retro tracks?
Oh, well, I did we see? Were there any in the trailer? I thought there was one.
I swear it looked like Airship Fortress. Is that the track I think from the DS? I think they
Yeah, yeah,
have
yeah,
them.
yeah.
I think they're there.
Yeah, I saw that.
And they played the Toad Factory. Also, I don't know if this is fake, but I swear I saw Sky High Sunday like a graphic for it, but that might be like fan edited because people don't like that track.
I
But
like it.
it looked real. It looked real. I can't lie, but I think they're not going to be as prominent though because I feel like they're going to want to make these original tracks that meshed with the world well. So it's going to be harder for them to like take an existing track and like kind of put in there. But I think they'll do it.
Yeah. But what I was saying after you cut
Oh,
out was I was talking about the open world and like I think
yep,
in one shot they show like Mario going up against an enemy, so I think there is going to be bosses. So
that would be cool.
that would be so nice. Give me like Mario Kart DS mission mode. That would be so nice. But just like in the open world.
Yep.
That would be so nice. Anyways, so is there anything else in Mario Kart? Uh
That's pretty much all I have to say. Other than I think the only other thing we can really
oh,
talk about is $80.
oh, also I like the rail grinding and like the wall
Oh
riding.
yeah,
That's a good way to like shake up
that's a
the
good way to
gameplay
spice it up.
and also
I
like
saw
the
a meme. I
boats.
did see a meme. I have to talk about this, where it was the Sonic game. What is it called? Cross World or something?
Yeah.
And it's just a picture of the game, and they said just cancel the game, bro.
I'm still
I
excited
feel
for
bad.
that game
I
though.
do feel bad for Sonic because he's getting screwed over with a Mario Kart that got announced after that game was announced, and it's coming out before. So that
He
kind of
can't
screws
catch a
him up.
break. He really can't.
He can't catch up. He
But
can't.
like I'm
He's
still
the
excited
fast
for
one,
that
but
game
like
too.
even though Sonic's the fast one, he can't even catch up with Mario. But
Exactly. What are you gonna
it's
do?
cool though. It's I mess with it.
Anyways, so next we have oh the freaking the tech demo game. Did you that's gonna
Was
be
that next?
paid.
That was next. Yeah, that was weird. Hopefully, it's like $20.
This kind of looks stupid. I don't know why. I
I
don't know
don't.
who would
They
buy
didn't do a
this.
good job of showing it. It just looked like you walked around a menu. I'm gonna be so honest.
Yeah, like this is
Yeah,
just like it just screams pack in game and then they just didn't pack it in. Like what are you doing?
I don't know. I don't know, man. I just
Especially when PS5 had Astro's Playroom, which was like a similar deal, which
I don't really. They didn't show it off well. Honestly, I don't really even know what it is exactly. Still,
yeah, I don't know. But moving on.
I think the next thing is like the additions of the games.
Is it?
So no, that yeah, I think so. The type of game, like how there's three types of games, like the Switch 2 games, the Switch
Yeah.
1 games, and then there's the Switch 2 edition of the Switch 1 games, which they showed by showing Mario Party. Like, is DLC the way I should? I don't know if it's accurate. It's
I
more
would
like it's more like when they release a third. It's like when Pokemon releases the third version.
yeah, kind of. It's
I
also like
guess
an expansion to the like if you have the
it's like
original
an
version, you
expansion.
can buy
Yeah,
the upgrade for it. So it kind of
it's
is
like
like
DLC
DLC.
or
Yeah.
whatever it is,
Um
but
for Mario Party Jamboree, it looks fun. I don't know if it's
yep.
like worth like
I think
$80 for
the
the whole
camera.
package.
I was like laughing my ass off when they came out the pipe, bro. The
I
people with the camera. That
gotta
shit was
say
awesome.
the camera stuff does look fun
It
though.
looked. We talked about it a little earlier, but I don't understand how the mouse mode is gonna work. Like, is there no? There's no way you can get four people at like a couch slash table thing where it's like actively like okay, whatever. But anyways,
Yeah.
um, I think it's cool. It's a good idea. It, it's just like kind of the only thing that annoys me about it is like okay, we just got through Switch generation where there was a lot of Wii U ports. Now we're gonna go to the Switch 2 and we're gonna probably get like
Switch ports.
Switch ports. We're getting Switch ports.
I
Oh my
don't
god.
mind as long
But you know
as
what though?
yeah.
This the way they're doing this has me thinking that that the Booster Course Pass was originally supposed to be a Switch 2 expansion to Mario Kart 8.
Wait, you might be right.
Because that's basically what they did there. Or same with something like Bowser's Fury.
Huh.
maybe the Switch was supposed to come out like a few years ago. COVID fucked it up or whatever the plan, and then like those games just got pushed to Switch One.
That's a good
I don't
theory.
know, or maybe I'm not cooking at all right now. I don't know, but because it's weird, it's pretty. It's kind of reminding me what they did with those games with Bowser's Fury and the Booster Course Pass.
Yeah, it
Especially like
could
the
be
way it's
it.
like half on the box art with the other thing.
What about
It's cool.
Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom?
That one is actually genuinely um I'm excited for it.
It looks so
It-
surreal seeing those games in 60 frames per
I
second.
I know it's not that much. They add the weird thing is like the direct they didn't really show like they're just like oh you can just share your builds and that's it. And then like they released like its own trailer for it that's like 10 minutes long for the versions and they
Really?
actually added a lot of stuff in on that app. Like you can share items, you can use like GPS where they like tell you where to go to shrines you haven't found.
I think there's also like new like
Like
memory things too.
yes, like they go to places and you'll get hear voices of characters in both of the games. This is not just one. And honestly, it's really funny. It's kind of funny that these are launch games because it's like, okay, on launch day for Switch 2 is Breath of the Wild.
It's just
Breath of
repeating.
the Wild was on the Wii U. No, but low key, watching them use the phone made me be like, you guys missed that little freaking Wii U gamepad, bro. You guys missed the Wii U
Oh,
gamepad. Just say it.
yes.
Because it's like, okay, you have the second screen that tells you like stuff to do. And like uh yeah, like I don't know.
I
It's just
want
like
it
you
back
missed Wii
too,
U.
honestly. Wii U gamepad was too good for its time.
It's
And
cool, but like I really liked all these features they had. They had a lot of quality of life. So you can have multiple save files and stuff. And honestly, I think that's my play when I get this console. I think I'm gonna probably definitely get it when it launches. I think the play for me is playing Breath of the Wild again. I think
for
that's what
me
I'm
it will
gonna
be
do.
finishing Tears of the Kingdom because I actually never finished Tears of the
hmm
Kingdom.
I'll
So
pay the upgrade fee or whatever. I don't care. But like,
I thought I saw someone say that it comes with
I
Switch
think
Online or
I
something.
think it might. I think you're right actually. I wonder if that's all the upgrades or just the Zelda ones. But it's
Hopefully
cool.
all
It
of them.
adds like enough.
Hopefully
That's
all of them.
enough.
But yeah, like 60
It's just
frames,
weird though
Tears of the
that they're doing
Kingdom.
it through the app. That's like so weird to me. But like, okay, whatever.
Yeah. Kirby and the Forgotten Land.
The Zelda games that made sense, right? Doing the Zelda Tears and Breath of the Wild, yeah, that made sense because they're like the most popular games. They're great, and there's room for quality of life stuff they could do. And Mario Party was new, was fresh, and like it's newish still, right? And um, they have they're doing all this little gimmicky stuff with the new Switch, the stuff the Switch 2 can only do, right? That's
Yeah,
cool.
yeah.
So, um, when Kirby and the Forgotten Land was shown, I was just like, why? Like the game is not that old, that new. It's 2021 or 2022. I'm not sure exactly which one. It's one of them though, okay? I don't know. But
One or two.
and it just seems like a side campaign, which is just such a strange addition because I always assumed that they were gonna do like a Planet Robot type thing with Forgotten Lands. So seeing them just like give it like a little DLC thing and that call it a day, it's like kind of odd. And they didn't really show what makes it different. It's just like, oh, it looks like sparkly and stuff. Okay, okay.
Yeah, don't get me wrong, I
I
love
don't
Kirby
know.
Forgotten Land, but like it didn't feel like it needed like a DLC for me.
It did not need this.
I mean, it's cool that it's here because I feel like they could have just made a sequel, you know. But
Yeah, I would have rathered a sequel, I think, but it's
this is
fine.
better than nothing. I mean,
But
it's
I don't know
fine.
because now I feel like not inclined to get this because it's like a $20 what expansion for this. Like, get out of here. Like,
Yeah, if it doesn't come with Switch Online, I don't think I would get this.
yeah.
Maybe like on
And
sale in the future,
mhm.
but I don't know. We'll see. Yeah, but where
then
is Planet Robobot? That was kind of leaked, and it just never came out.
I don't know. But then it was Prime, right?
Yeah, Metroid Prime. I like. Okay, so
Yeah.
Metroid Prime is really cool because it has 4K 60 support and also 1080p 120 FPS support, which is insane.
Yeah, that is
I'll
insane.
definitely try to play at 120.
That's
That's
the
crazy.
that's some retro studios type shit.
Yeah, Retro Studios is like they're
They
crazy.
cooked. They
They're like
cooked. I can't even
Monolith.
lie.
They're both crazy.
They somehow do it. I don't know. They
Um,
be doing shit that no one understands.
I still gotta play
But
Metroid Prime
that one made
1.
sense though. I think we all expected that, right?
Yeah, definitely.
I don't think all the Switch games that are coming out yet, like the Switch One games, are gonna get Switch Two versions but like they're gonna be playable. You know what I mean? It's gonna be like a selling point that you can play them on both, but it's not gonna necessarily get. No, I don't think every Switch One, like I don't think Tomodachi Life is gonna get a Switch Two version.
Yeah, true. That doesn't
Because
really
it doesn't
need
need it. It
one.
doesn't need it. It doesn't really need it, and that's fine.
Like
And
maybe just release a patch on the Switch 2 to make it look a little cleaner, but they don't have to
yeah, I
make a
think
whole
that's what
separate
they are
version.
doing. Which I think not every game is gonna get a Switch Two edition, but like the Switch 2 edition to me is like they really went back into these games. They polished it up, right? And like, all right, we're setting this out. And then I think the rest of the consoles they're gonna just kind of like, all right, we're gonna like give it better graphics. And like the regular Switch One games will probably do like a little patch, you know, nothing crazy. Just make sure it runs well on the Switch. Like I don't expect it to run crazy like 120 or anything, but like basic stuff.
Yeah. And then next
And
was what was that?
Pokemon.
Yeah, Pokemon.
It was the
Um, it was so crazy seeing this like Pokemon actually a modern Pokemon game actually running
at 60.
like at
Dude, I
60
saw
frames.
I saw a tweet. It said the first Pokemon game since Pokemon Emerald to run at 60 FPS, and I was like,
True.
damn, that's insane. But it's true. It is. I'm pretty sure that's true.
And it does look a little
But
cleaner. I mean, it still has the same like style, but like
yeah.
looks a little cleaner, which is nice.
Oh my God, we didn't talk about the. So did you see the part? You probably saw this where they were showing the Switch One games that could be played, right? And they were scrolling. Did you see what happened? You know what I'm
No.
referring to?
No.
They showed a game that's not announced
Really?
on accident. Yes.
What
So
is it?
they showed. I thought this was fake, but and the reason I thought this was fake is because I saw it on Twitter. I thought someone edited it. If you could fully go to the direct right now, but only the American version, right? I
Yeah.
think the timestamp is two. If you want to see, I want you to see it. Can you go look for yourself? I want to see your.
Yeah, I'm on the
If you
direct
could
right
find it.
now.
All right, go to 22 in 8 seconds.
22 4 5 6 7. Okay, I'm there.
Do you see anything out of place on the screen?
Uh
I'll give you a hint. It's
oh
at the
shit.
top. Yo, right?
The
Like what?
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 Poochie and
That's-
Yoshi Woolly World?
Yes.
That
I
game
don't
is
get-
not like
Dude, I thought
on
this
the
was fake
Switch.
because when I tried to verify this, I clicked on like the UK Direct. It's not like that in the other regions.
That's
It's
so
just not.
funny.
Why? Why?
Imagine they announced like, oh,
Okay,
that was a
I'm
mistake.
just
We just put there on
I'm
accident.
confused though. I don't think it is though because I saw a video talking about it. That is like a new custom like that's a scaled up version of the 3DS box art.
Oh yeah.
Where that's like new. That's like not like a mistake like oh they looked up Yoshi, they accidentally put that image instead. No, that's fully like an icon for a thing they have made. But my question is if Yoshi's will like I really wanted this to get announced at the last direct actually, which is really funny. Where was it? Why is it not talked about if they have an icon ready to go and it's like seems pretty much done? Like surely that's like a shoe in between now and the Switch 2 launch, I feel like. But they no, like that's so interesting. I would assume that would have got announced last week.
Yeah, honestly.
But it wasn't. I'm just
maybe we'll see
confused.
it.
But I'm really happy because I've been wanting it on the Switch for a really long time. But
I played like
I
the
don't know
first
what-
like 2 levels of the Wii U version and I never continued it, so I really want to continue it.
I do want to. I'm gonna definitely buy it if it comes to Switch, which I'm pretty sure it is. I just don't know what it like. What?
Also, it would probably
did
look
they
really good on
That
Switch
blunder.
too.
I don't understand how that's even possible.
Yeah, I guess that just slipped through.
And also, why is nobody talking about it really? That's another. No one cares. Was that like? I guess so much was announced that just no one
Yeah,
cares
no one
about
was
that.
paying attention to that.
They're just like, that's a Yoshi. I saw it on Twitter, right? And I'm just and like I thought it was fake, but apparently, and then I looked at it and I was like, it's not. It's just fully there. Like, it's not like because if I just said it was there, you would be like, that's probably a fake edit. But the fact I made you go look for yourself to see it was there, like I just like why?
I
All
think they
right,
just kind
that's
of
enough about
forgot
that.
to announce it. Like
Dude, that
they
would have made the last week's direct like a little better for me if that game was announced. But anyways, you know what I think actually now that I think about it, they're probably gonna announce it in like 2 weeks on Nintendo Now or some shit.
Oh,
Or what
true,
is that what
yeah.
it's called? The news thing?
Nintendo Today.
That's what yeah, that's what's gonna happen. Anyways, the next game, I don't
Basketball,
know.
wheelchair
Yeah,
basketball.
I was just so confused. I was just like what I was just like
Some good
bamboozled.
representation
I
for
was
the
like, what the fuck
disabled
is this?
community.
Happy Wheels? I was like,
But I
it's such
mean,
a. How did you think? There's no way this is like a 60 $70 game, right? Surely
no.
this is like a either a free to play game or like a small download title.
It looks very basic. Like it just looks like you play wheelchair basketball and that's it. Like it just doesn't really look like there's much to it.
It's really funny though. I like it's just like it's such a funny concept for it's like Rocket League, but instead of cars, it's basketball and they're wheelchairs. It's like what?
But
Like how do they think of that?
this is the mouse game, I guess. It looks
Yeah,
like
that's
it looks like it would be a
it's
little
a thing.
tiring to keep uh like doing the motions to move your character. But I guess that's just how people with wheelchairs feel in real life. So like
I guess so.
I guess it works out.
Yeah, I
We'll
guess
get used to it. And that seems
we'll
like
get
it's
used to
coming in the
it.
summer. Okay. Uh
Yeah. The next is just a bunch of third party stuff, you know.
Elden Ring
Oh, I
is
we can
pretty
go through it a
huge.
little quick. Elden Ring, that's pretty huge. Is that launch? That wasn't launch, was it?
Let me
No, I don't think it was
check.
launch. I don't think that was
I don't
launch.
think they said 2025, so we don't really know.
Okay.
Street
Uh,
Fighter 6.
Hades 2, Street Fighter 6. That was a surprise.
I'm gonna buy that because I don't want to pay for PlayStation Plus anymore. So I'm just gonna buy it on Switch and just get
Split
all the
Fiction was
DLC with
coming.
it.
Hogwarts
Uh,
Legacy, Tony Hawk. I'm just like skimming through it.
Split Fiction was
The
one of the
gold.
games that looked a little
Oh,
crusty to me. Like the
mhm.
Switch 2 version does not look that great visually. Um,
Yakuza's coming to Switch.
oh yeah, and
Um,
that game has a whole like it has like new content in it. And I really I have
yeah.
so many Yakuza games I gotta get through. I beat Zero, but I guess I'm going back to
Mhm.
Zero. So
I
that's
thought it was
nice.
such a interesting addition doing Bravely Default as a launch title. That's a 3DS game.
Yeah,
For a Switch 2 launch title is Bravely Default.
and they didn't do any like it just looks
Oh,
like an upscaled 3DS game too. Like they
which is
didn't do
fine,
anything
but
to
why
it.
is this not on the Switch?
Yeah,
So yeah,
that's
after they went through a bunch of third party games, they also announced like a GoldenEye thing, like and then they went to a trailer, and this one actually I forgot an announcement happened actually now that I think about it, but it genuinely is one of my most hype ones because Zelda and Koei Tecmo, and it's actually a Warriors game that looks like it's running well.
yeah, that's crazy.
Hyrule Warriors, they're showing the imprisoning war, which is sick because that's really what Tears of the Kingdom was like missing. I feel like they didn't really talk that much about it. There's a lot of questions left with the Zelda pass part, I feel like. And they're just like, oh, here you go. And they went out of their way to say that this is canon this time, unlike the last time they did this.
Oh, did they say that?
And dude, there was like so many enemies and it was running so smoothly. It looked great. It looked great.
Yeah, I love
Genuinely one of my most hyped announcements. However, it was a strange addition, I feel like, for a year one for a new console. I'll say that. I feel like it's weird to have this as like a year one Switch 2 game, but it looks good though.
I think I
It
really like
fits in more than.
the Warriors games, but like every time I try to play one, I just kind of fall off of it.
Yep.
But I will try to. I probably will
I'm
try to
gonna get
finish
this
Age of
one.
Calamity first because I never finished
Hmm.
that. But next
And then
was
the GameCube.
GameCube.
GameCube's coming Switch Online exclusively. For a second, I thought they were gonna do a third pay tier, but they didn't.
Uh,
It's fully just like the GameCube only on Switch 2,
I have a feeling they're
which I'm
gonna
fine with
like
that.
quietly introduce like a price increase for the expansion pack because they just keep
Maybe
adding stuff to it, you know?
I could see it if they give you the Switch 2 upgrades for free. I would be okay with it if they did a thing where you got all the upgrades for free, like all the Switch 2 upgrades for free. I think I'd be okay with that
Yeah, that would
personally.
be a good excuse for
That
a
would make
price
it.
increase. But please also
That would
please don't
make.
increase the price.
Yeah, I'd be okay with it though, if that was the case.
I still don't
But
have the expansion pack, by the way.
yeah, it's like it wasn't worth it at first, but I feel like it's worth it now, especially with GameCube. I think it's worth it
I think it's
at this
kind of
point.
lame that they're
'Cause
only launching with 3 games, though.
that is something I was very interested in. Uh, Wind Waker, which I knew that was like one of those ones that kind of like, people got like upset, not because it's Wind Waker, but that because it kind of implies that Wind like HD is never coming to Switch or is not for a while
Yeah,
by
I didn't
having
like that.
regular.
I don't think we should even like. I think they should just port the HD version. Like, I don't think. I mean, it would be
I don't
nice
know.
to have
Strange. It
both,
was.
but I don't think they're gonna do both. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
I don't think so either. I think that's it.
I think this
But
is it. You know?
Soul Calibur was sick to see because Link's in there as a guest character.
Yeah, that was cool. And F-Zero as
And F
well.
Zero. And
I
then
would play that.
I was waiting for them to like end off with something big or like more. I was expecting at least like 6 games. I feel like or 5, 6, because that's kind of how they launched. That's how much they launched with GBA.
Yeah.
And then it just stopped after that, and I was just like, okay, that was weird. But they teased a few. They teased Sunshine, Fire Emblem, both Pokemon Coliseum games. Strikers, Luigi's Mansion, Chibi Robo. I'm pretty sure there's more, but those are just the ones I can remember. But yeah,
Yeah.
and
I
I'm sure there'll be
mean,
more.
at least they
But
confirmed those games, but it just feels weird to hold them all back. Just give us some more, you know? Like,
also, I think it's very cool. It comes out launch, so that's cool.
yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
After that, I believe they just kind of did more third party
Deltarune.
stuff. Deltarune, which is cool. I did not expect that to be in this
Yeah.
launching with the Switch. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, I still gotta.
Borderlands
Yeah.
2. I gotta catch up on. To me, like Deltarune's cool, but like I low key don't. I rather wait till it's finished, bro. I'm gonna be so honest.
I like played chapter
But that's
2,
gonna
but
be
I
a
didn't
long
finish
time.
it.
Hmm.
But that's exciting.
They showed a bunch of the stuff though. They showed Borderlands. They showed that the 2K games, like the WWE and NBA ones, are coming. Which I think NBA is already on Switch. That sounds right.
Dude,
They showed.
Survival Kids like broke the stream.
Yeah, that was like I thought for a second it was just me watching this, right?
Yeah, I refreshed like 10 times.
And it wasn't. So what I did, I just clicked on the UK version and it was fine.
Oh.
How long was it gone for?
Oh, it was gone for like a good, like all the way through like the FF7 remake segment.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. It's funny because when the game froze, it's really funny though that we think because the game they showed after it froze was Cyberpunk, and I feel like that's so fitting.
Yeah, I didn't even see Cyberpunk.
Cyberpunk's coming, and I think it's a launch game too. It's a launch game.
Cool. Hopefully it's not
it's cool.
a buggy mess. But
And FF7 remake, that's cool too.
Another game where I'm still gotta finish. I have that on PS5.
And then they showed a sizzle reel, and then they put Silk Song in it for like 2 seconds, and then everyone's like, "Wait, was that Silk Song?"
Yeah, you can't just do that. You can't just put it in the sizzle reel.
Yeah.
But I guess it's just because all they could say is 2025. There's no date yet.
And
so
we got a lot of good third party support. I can't lie.
And the
And
new
then From
FromSoft game.
Software is making an original game for Switch, and that's pretty cool.
That's
Good for
actually
them.
huge.
It is huge.
And it's exclusive too.
And then
So
I was like, yeah, this direct's pretty good. Like it's personally not for me. It was kind of slow paced, but at least we're gonna get some banger Nintendo games because they need to sell this console well for the first year. And then we see Kirby on Warp Star, and I thought we were getting Smash Bros. I'm gonna be so honest with
that's
you. I
what I
thought it was
thought.
Smash Bros. It looks like Smash Bros. Too,
It's
which
because
makes sense. We'll
Sakurai
get to it because
was, yeah.
he made it. Yep. So that makes sense. They probably have the same company doing the cutscenes.
Yep.
It even played like the same sound effect it did in World of Light when he like launched with his Warp Star.
Yep.
Anyways,
Have
which
you
is cool. I think it's great that this is happening. I'm happy this is happening. It's just like this is a new console, right? And like they got to start off with a bang, and it's just like this is like a game you have like a few years in a console. I feel like not you don't start a console with Kirby Air Ride, even though I believe this is next year. I think this is
No, it's this year.
26.
It's this year.
It is this year. Are we sure about that?
Yeah, it said 2025.
Let me go look real quick.
Um,
Yeah, you're right. Wow, it is 2025. So yeah, that's a little concerning to me. That I'm happy it's happening, but I just like your launch year. Like, what are the holiday games? Like, I guess Prime 4, Kirby Air Ride, and like
Pokemon.
Pokemon. Yeah, and Donkey. Oh no, Donkey Kong's not even holiday. Like, I guess like that's the holiday lineup you want your console to have. Like, what? I don't know. It just doesn't make sense to me from a business perspective. And then same with the Donkey Kong game looks great, by the way. Don't get me
Oh, it
wrong. It looks
looks
great.
amazing.
And did you think it was Donkey Kong right away?
Okay, so when I first saw the footage, I was very confused because I saw like there was like a little like creature with like googly eyes. So I thought it was I first thought it was like
Pikmin.
ukulele or something, and I was like, no, that can't be the last announcement. So then I thought Banjo Kazooie.
Imagine.
I was like, there's no way
That would be
it's a
so
new
funny.
Banjo. But then Donkey Kong started punching through the wall, and I was like, oh, that's
Yep.
even that that's
He's
even better. Yeah, because we've been waiting so long for a new Donkey Kong game, and let alone a new 3D Donkey Kong. Like that's crazy. I'm so excited. It looks so good.
yeah, it did look good. I can't lie.
Also July,
It
like
looked
that's
great.
pretty soon.
It's pretty soon. It's just I feel like it really needed like this is great, but like a year one launch game, like I don't know, man.
I think it's fine because like
I
it's
don't know.
very
I just
clearly like I think it's by the main like in-house development team. Like this is like the new like it's not obviously not a Mario game, but I think it's by the Mario
Mhm.
devs. So like this is like the big new
Yeah.
3D platformer from them. So I think it's good. Like I think that's a good, and I think it's
Is it
good to
a 3D
give Donkey Kong.
platformer?
What was that?
Is it a 3D platformer?
Yeah, pretty much.
I wasn't sure because I got more like adventure type vibes, like because you're like I don't know.
It's a little more like an action platformer.
Yeah, like I don't know. I don't know. Because you're doing combat, you're drilling through things.
But I think
It's
we're
cool. It
still
looks
due
great,
for a
but
new 3D Mario. But like it's still good to give Donkey Kong the spotlight for a little bit with like a big
I agree.
budget kind
I
of
agree.
title.
It's just I don't know. I feel like I was expecting either a Smash or an Animal Crossing or 3D Mario. Not all of them,
Yeah,
obviously. I just thought one of those was gonna happen to ensure the success for this new console. And to me, Smash Bros is out of the picture for a while because Sakurai is working on something else. Unless he passes the torch, which I think it could happen. It could happen fully.
I don't think that's gonna happen. I think he's just gonna come.
I
He's just
think
gonna
it's
keep
gonna.
coming
I could
back.
see it. I could see it because it's like kind of like what Charles Martinet did. Like instead of him just playing the role till he's old and dies, like they kind of just wanted him to pass the torch while he's alive.
Maybe he can like supervise the game, maybe not fully direct it, you know?
Yeah, like I could see that. But yeah, I liked the direct, but like I do have I do wish I do wish there. I feel like it's missing that like a one or two games that add like a big oomph to the launch year, and it just doesn't have that, in my opinion.
That's fair. I think Pokemon would have been a game like that, but it's also on Switch 1, so like that kind of ruins it a little bit. Which is
Mhm.
good because people, on Switch 1
Yeah,
can play it, but it definitely makes the Switch 2
yeah,
lose like one of its like it could have been like a
I
console
agree,
seller.
but
But
I agree. I just it's like a little concerning, but like it's concerning as a Nintendo fan because I just don't want the thing to do bad because I already feel like it's gonna be like confusing for consumers. So like, oh, I could buy this game, but I could also buy the Switch 2 version of the game. But like, I also play the Switch 1 version of the game on the Switch 2. It's like all this crap, right? And then like the games are not even like the bang. We got a banger with Mario Kart, and that's it. So I don't really like. For me, the game I'm most excited for right now is Mario Kart and like Breath of the Wild.
really, I'm still
Yeah,
super excited for Donkey
Donkey
Kong.
Kong looks great. I'm gonna play it and I'm gonna love it probably, but it's just for me, it's like that's the launch game. That's like the big launch 3D platformer.
I
Okay,
think I
like
think
it's unexpected. It's just
I think it's because
scared.
we're
I'm
so
getting Wii U
used to
vibes. It's okay.
seeing. I think it's because
I just don't want a Wii U to happen.
we're used to seeing
They miss
Donkey
Wii U.
Kong
They're
on the
already doing Wii U things
sidelines.
with the phone. Sorry.
Sorry. We're used to seeing Donkey Kong like on the sidelines because like for a while like Donkey Kong Country like Returns and Tropical Freeze were like seen as like smaller games, I guess, compared to like the new Mario
Yep.
games. But I
Hmm.
think now that they're like developing like a huge Donkey Kong game, I think he can like become like not as big
Better.
as a
I
Mario
agree.
game would be, but like I think it's gonna sell decently well.
I think he'll do well. I think he'll do well. I just think it's I just don't know. I'm just concerned because I don't want this console to fail. And like I felt like everything was set up for Nintendo to do a slam dunk. The third parties were there and they were popping off. The tech was there. The 120 frames, even the wacky stuff with the mouse and the camera, it was perfect. The C button, all that stuff was great. And then it felt like they needed the last little oomph to get the slam dunk. They had the amazing launch title of Mario Kart. And then it's like, all right, we need to get a big game for this like first year, and they just like fumbled it. It's like, yeah, here's Air Ride.
I
Okay,
think there's enough hype around the console in general and also just Mario Kart. I feel like that's gonna carry it
yeah,
because like Mario Kart sells insanely well, and
mhm.
that being a launch title is huge.
That is huge. That is very huge.
I think
I
it'll
can't.
be
I'm not
fine.
trying to undermine it. It's just I feel like it needs like one more big game, even if it was like a Splatoon or like I don't know,
Yeah,
something like that.
Splatoon not being
Here's
here
Kirby
is
in the Forgotten Land,
a little weird.
and they're like, here's Kirby in the Forgotten Land.
Yeah, wait, what about like like a Splatoon upgrade? We didn't see that.
That would be cool. I think that'd be cool. I feel like we're more likely to just get a fourth one though.
Yeah, true.
Maybe. I don't know. But that was the direct. I liked it. I thought it was great. I just think I'm just a little concerned for the first party lineup. Even though I'm excited for those games they announced, it just doesn't seem like a year one game for me. And that's my opinion. And I'm still gonna probably buy them and play them and love them. So,
Yeah, it was enough to make me like excited for getting the console and
are
like
you gonna? I think to end this discussion off, I'd like to ask you: are you going to buy this at launch?
yes actually because my mom
And
said
if you
she would get
are,
me one for my birthday.
what are you going to get?
Definitely Mario Kart, obviously.
$80 Mario Kart.
Well, actually, I'm gonna buy the bundle, so it's only
Bundle.
fifty
Okay.
dollars.
I just don't
Uh,
want. I would buy the bundle, but the problem is I really want physical copy. It's like
what
okay,
else is
whatever.
there at launch? Like on day one?
Um, the Breath of the Wild and Tears upgrades.
Oh yeah,
I know that.
I'll definitely play Tears because I want to finish Tears of the Kingdom,
Yep. Hmm.
so I'll wait for that patch to come
Um,
out.
I believe Cyberpunk is launch. Um,
Technically,
Deltarune's
the
also launch.
oh yeah,
I think Deltarune's paid now, by the way.
yeah.
I think the first two are free as like a little teaser. Now it's like everything after is no money. I think.
Yeah, I think you pay one price
Um.
for all the future chapters.
Yep. And
GameCube also is
that's
technically day one, but
GameCube is also launched. Yes.
I don't have the expansion pack, and I
I
don't
would
know if I'm gonna buy it.
honestly, if you're gonna play tiers, the upgraded version comes with it. I would bite the bullet. I think because I would bite it the bullet.
Is it only with the expansion pack?
No, I don't think it only is, but I think you get it for free if you do. So you might as well. This expansion pass is not that much more, is it? Is it only like maybe $20 more a year?
If you do it as
I
like a
think.
family plan and like split it up, it would be much easier. But I think it's like $80 for a single person. Oh no, not $80. Like 50 something.
Yeah.
So it's not that bad, but like
Mhm.
I probably should just bite the bullet.
Yeah, I would do it. I think it's worth it. They have enough. Even like the GBA games, pretty good. Pretty good stuff. You get
Yeah,
the DLCs for free. Some of them.
even though I already
For
bought
me,
a lot of them.
it's worth it. But
Yeah, I'll
it's
probably
nice.
do it.
Especially if
Um,
they put in the versions, some of the version upgrades with it. I think that would be enough for the purchase. But anyways, that's that's pretty much all I have to say about this. I don't know. I'm ready to
yeah, I think
wrap it
this
up.
is it. That was the
The
Switch
game
2 in a
prices are
nutshell.
fucking crazy though. I'm be so honest. But that's just
Yeah, that's
that
not
seems
fun.
it's an interesting dilemma. I don't know.
Oh well. What are you gonna do?
Yeah,
They get our money anyways.
yeah. We're still gonna buy it. It's like enough of an increase for you to be complain about, but it's like not enough of an increase where you're not gonna buy it. Like people are still gonna buy Mario Kart for $80.
Yep.
And I will buy it on launch twice probably or some shit.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. Well, thank you for coming on and
Of course, of
discussing.
course. I had fun.
It's a
I I
pleasure.
I love talking. I love doing stuff like this. It's great.
Pleasure as always. I'll definitely
Thank
link
you.
Harrison's channel in the description.
Woohoo.
And see you next time.
Alrighty. Bye everybody.
Bye bye.